Hello, everyone. We are here today again. Welcome, my brothers and sisters. Yes, my brothers and sisters. Let me be your brother, Edmond Ikeh. I bring you every Tuesday a tantalizing program to help you understand the law of the land, the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and the various segments therein to help you understand your right, to help you exercise your right very well. Today's topic is going to be: can any Nigerian be arrested for civil matter? Can any Nigerian be arrested for civil matter? Once again, our topic for today is: can any Nigerian be arrested for civil matter? And this is like a road show because I am on the road today for today's program. Nigerian Constitution, Know Your Right, Episode 3. Topic: can any Nigerian be arrested for a civil matter? Can any Nigerian be arrested for a civil matter? So, as before we dive into the topic proper, some people will be wondering, uh, what is civil matter? Because you have to understand what a civil matter is to know to understand if you can be arrested for a civil matter or not. So, and you ask again, what is civil matter? What is civil matter? Civil matter is essentially an issue between individuals, like misunderstanding between individuals, like one or two persons, like I have misunderstanding me and you, and that's like a simple example of civil matter. Uh, Dictionary definition says civil matter means an event connected with a case filed in court that is neither criminal nor quasi-criminal. So it's not criminal case. A civil matter is not a criminal case. It's just a misunderstanding between two persons. Example of civil matter are cases involving personal injury, employment matters, landlord, tenant dispute, and breach of contract claims. So these are examples of civil matter. So now you get a gist. You have an issue with your landlord, and landlord decide to call a police to arrest you. That is, you have an issue with your landlord. That's a civil matter. Now the question now is, can you be arrested by your landlord because you're having this issue with the landlord? Can you be arrested because you're having issue with the landlord? So, what does the law says? The law says what? You'll be asking. But before we answer that question, I want to know, have you had any civil matter? If you have had civil matter, I want you to comment the comment section. As you know, our weekly program every Tuesday, Nigerian Constitution Know Your Right. It's supposed to be conversational. It's supposed to be interactive. So join me, talk. I want to hear your views, your opinion in the comment section. Have you ever had a civil matter with anyone, anywhere? So this is a road show today. I'm on the road, but I have to attend to my audience. I have to do this show every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Nigerian time. I think I have a guest today, so let me bring in my guest before we continue. Let me bring in my guest. All right. Welcome, my brother. Can you introduce yourself to the house? Let's see. Can I get my guest?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello. Yes, I can hear you. All
Yeah,
right,
good.
please. Good to see you, my brother. Good to see you. Today is a road show. I'm actually on the road for today's show. So you may see people passing by. Don't mind me. That's the only time I have. So, and the show must go on. The show must go on.
That's right.
So
That's
thank
right.
you. Thank you for joining me on today's show. So please introduce yourself to the audience so that they know who is on the show with them today.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, watching from any part of the world. My name is Jude Hizefa Okhale. I am a Nigerian in the diaspora resident in North America, and I'm glad to be with you on this show this morning.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for being with us today. I'm very happy that you are able to join us. I was wondering, will you be able to join us today? And thankfully, here you are. So,
Thank you.
welcome to the program of the week. It's a weekly program every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Nigerian time to 9:30 p.m. Just a 30-minute show. It's all about Nigerian Constitution. Know your right. Nigerian Constitution. You're right. So, and today's topic, because it's every week we have a specific topic for the week. Today's topic is going to be, can a Nigerian be arrested for a civil matter? So before Mr. Jude joined us, I was trying to define to the audience what is a civil matter, because you have to have an understanding of, okay, this is what a civil matter is. Okay, now you have an understanding of a civil matter. Can I be arrested for such a matter? Can I be arrested when I'm involved in such thing in Nigeria? While living in Nigeria or as a Nigerian. So, and I said civil matter is not a criminal case. It's neither criminal or quasi criminal. It's usually a dispute between individuals or between individual and a company. And I give example of civil matter like when you have a dispute between tenants and landlord, or dispute between uh, an injury and you have a claim, that is like a civil matter. So now you have an understanding of a civil matter. The question for the day is, can any person in Nigeria, any person resident in Nigeria, be arrested for a civil matter? That is the question. So I'll now open the floor and pass the mic to my brother, Mr. Jude, to answer that question. Do you think, from your experience of what you've seen in Nigeria, from what you know about Nigerian law, you think a Nigerian can be arrested for a civil matter?
Thank you, Dr. Edmond, for having me. And thank you for that question. From the Nigerian perspective and from our lives that we have lived in Nigeria before we left the shores of the land, uh, it is on it is in the constitution that no one should be arrested, for any case that is not criminal. Civil cases are not criminal cases that need someone to be arrested. The Nigerian Police Establishment Act of 2020 expressly prohibits officers from arresting anyone based on any civil wrong or breach of contract unless a competent court, gives that order. But what we see in the Nigerian situation is the fact that, somebody who is aggrieved by whatever the next person does can just buy a policeman over and, here they go and just bundle the person and get him arrested and locked up, even to the extent of trampling on the person's, rights as a citizen for nothing that is of any criminal nature. So this is happening all over the country, and in most cases, it happens to the downtrodden who may not have the mouth, to speak out, or who may not have the backing of, somebody, or who may not have the money to pursue justice, and that is what is going on. So it is a very sad occurrence in the country, and we all need to be speaking against this and make reference to the Constitution, which is the ground, in all that we do. And we must have to sensitize our people to the fact that there's a Nigerian Police Establishments Act, Section 32 of Section 32 and subsection 2. This act was enacted in 2020, and people should be aware of the fact that they don't need to be arrested for any civil offense unless there's a competent court of jurisdiction, a competent court that especially gives that order. Then the police has no right to go and start making arrests for any civil case. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother Jude. I've helped you guys heard him loud and clear, but we'll get back to that. I want to introduce you guys to what we have going on as GCSDN, and then we'll go back to this topic of today. So bear with me. We're taking a quick break.
This is a community called Lara Community in Moro Local Government area of Kwara State, Nigeria. This is their source of water supply. They drink from the pond like drinking from the gutter. They drink from the same pond with goats, with cattle, and with dogs. They take the water home to take their bath, to cook, and to drink. Sometimes they put alum before they could drink. Is this permissible in the 21st century? These people need our help. Please, the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria is calling on you to join us to drill a water borehole for these people. Let us do this. It is possible. This must not be allowed to continue. No. No. No.
Welcome back, my brothers and sisters. You guys have seen that little video speaking about a community in Kwara State, the Moro community, Arodo community in Moro local government, Kwara State. They are in dire need of good water supply. And we, the members of the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria, have taken it upon ourselves to help out this community. But to do so, we need some funding. Here we are seeking for your support. If you have something you want to use support this project, you can send it to the account on the screen right now to one of our coordinators in Lagos State handling this project. So please be a good Nigerian, be a good human to support this project so that our fellow brothers and sisters can have good and potable drinkable water in Moro community in Kwara State. Thank you very much, and God bless you as you do so. So we are back to the program. The question of the day: can any Nigerian be arrested for a civil matter? And I've defined civil matter, and my brother Jude have given a clear, sound answer to that question. No, you cannot be arrested for a civil matter in Nigeria. Even in most countries of the world, you are not supposed to be arrested for a civil matter. And we have a law in Nigeria that backs that. That clearly stated that you are not supposed to be arrested. This was a Police Act enacted in 2020. So it's been enacted over 2 years now. So, and yet people do not know this. In Nigeria, it's very common in Nigeria. Every small thing, just small thing like this, you have an issue with your landlord will call police. Police will just arrest you. Or in some communities, usually in a rural community, you see people will be having dispute about land. Then the person in such a civil issue that have more money will go and call police, and police will take arrest the poorer person, and then the poorer person will spend more money or spend more time in the police station for just a civil matter, a simple civil matter. So now we are telling you that you are not supposed to be arrested for a civil matter, and if you find yourself in such situation, please speak up. Let the police know you know your right. You know what is spelled out in the Police Act, but that is guaranteed in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, because no law, no act, it can be established without a reference to the Nigerian Constitution or without the backing of the Nigerian Constitution, because every law in the land finds its roots in the Constitution. So, and Constitution guarantees all your rights to be respected at all times. So if you find yourself having your right trampled upon, speak up. Do not keep quiet. Do not keep silent. Don't be the average Nigerian. You know, there's this behavior or this attitude of Nigerians that if something is happening that you clearly know, you have a feeling that this is they're going against your right, they are trampling upon your right, but you say, the Nigerian will do, what if you do? There is something you can do. You can take it up and fight it. And there's an organization that will help you fight this. If you don't have money to fight it, just speak up, and the organization will pick it up and help you fight it to the fullest, till your right is respected as a Nigerian, as a human being. Human beings have rights. Human beings' right are supposed to be, we have some alienable rights that should be respected at all times, anywhere you are. And if you're a Nigerian, you should have your right respected as well. Being a Nigerian does not mean you are half human or not a human, or it means that you're supposed to have your right trampled upon at all time, at any given time, because you have no voice. That is not supposed to be so. That is why Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria, GCSDN, want to make sure that every Nigerian, every citizen of Nigeria understand their rights, understand what is guaranteed within the constitution and every other laws or acts in the country that promote human rights. What it's saying about you, so that you understand it, so that you can be able to exercise your right. I keep saying that if you don't understand your right, you cannot exercise it. So once you understand your right, hence this weekly program every Tuesday, tune in every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Nigerian time to 9:30 p.m. to know your right, as we talk about different segments of the Nigerian constitution and various laws and acts that have been enacted in Nigeria over the years, so that you know how to fight your right. You can speak up at all time and speak up boldly and confidently. Uh, so I'll have a question again for my brother Jude, who is sharing this program with me today. Jude, why do you think the Nigerians have this attitude of always hello? Something happened. I lost connection. Did that happen on your end too?
Yes.
I don't know what happened. This road show. I guess that's because of the road show. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's from
All
my
right.
end. I apologize for the break in transmission. I am on the road, so maybe that's why. So I have a question before the break in transmission. I had a question for my brother Jude. I said, why do you think Nigerians have that attitude of saying, "Oh, the uh, my right doesn't matter. This is Nigeria. Maybe that's why I just let it go because I'm in Nigeria." So why do you think Nigerians have that kind of attitude when they clearly see their rights are being trampled upon?
First of all, one of the reasons is ignorance. People don't know their rights, and for that reason, they just take whatever they see, as far as it can guarantee them some level of freedom in such a way, freedom in quotes. You know, the other reason is the fact that Nigerians, they have no patience to go, to process through the system to ensure that they get to the end of the issue. For example, a Nigerian is too busy to be engaged in going to the police station or going to the court on a daily basis or something like that. They will want to use that time to go and look for, you know, means of livelihood rather than spend the time going to pursue cases that they know they might not even win at the end of the time because of, the systemic problems that are endemic in the country, you know, such as justice for the highest bidder and all that. So these are some of the things that kind of discourage people from fighting for their rights. They feel that the system is rotten. No matter what they do, the system will not guarantee them some level of justice in any form. So I think that is one of the reasons why people don't pursue their cases to a logical conclusion.
Thank you very much for that answer. That is true. It made very vital points because people have seen the system, how the system works. The system have not been working effectively, and they don't have the confidence in the system that their right will be guaranteed. So they just give up, or they don't have the resources to fight the case to a logical conclusion, and they just give up. But about having not having a resource to fight the case in a logical conclusion, I mentioned when I was responding earlier that there are organizations that will help you fight for your right. There's a human rights organization in Nigeria. I know they are very active in Lagos State. I don't know about other states in Nigeria, but reach out to such organization and they will help you fight for your case until it comes to a logical conclusion. Because when you keep fighting these cases, you start setting some certain precedents so that the police officers involved, the police commissioners, they will understand, okay, we are not supposed to be doing this. We need to start changing the way we do things. We need to train our police officers better so that they can know how to police the community. But if we do nothing, then those will not change. Like the Police Act I just read, it was amended in 2020. Why was it amended? It was amended because people are fighting for cases, and people are reporting their cases, human rights organizations, and they are fighting for people's cases. And because of those attention that was drawn to it, that pushed the police system to reform their laws and reform their act. So that's why we need to keep speaking up and keep fighting for our rights. Because if we don't fight for our rights, we will never get our rights. Nobody will give you your freedom unless you fight for it. As I keep saying, freedom is not given, freedom must be taken. And the other thing you mentioned is about the system. And why is the system bad? It's because of the leadership. And people have given up in voting and casting their vote. Some people don't go out to vote anymore. They say their vote doesn't count. But we, GCSDN, are begging and call upon all Nigerians to cast their vote, and so that their vote can count, so that they will have the true leaders that will help reshape our system, reshape our nation, so that our nation can move forward in the right direction. So I'll play a video sponsored by GCSDN for about why we need to cast our vote as we move for 100 million votes come 2023 election. So watch.
Register to vote and collect your PVC now. Affliction shall not rise a second time.
That is why we members of Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria, GCSDN, is calling on all Nigerians, irrespective of tribe, religion and political affiliation, to embrace our new formula known as 23 unto 23, which means you must encourage 23 persons to register for their voters card. Then the 23 persons should get another 23 persons to register too for their PVC. If 23 is multiplied by 23, we shall arrive at 529 voters card. If 189,035 of us do this, we shall have 100 million voters ready gidigba for the 2023 elections. By December 2023, GCSDN shall organize a global online election where we shall all choose the presidential candidate to support in the 2023 elections. We must elect a patriotic and visionary servant, a servant that will put our country and our citizens' rights above his or her personal interests. Oya, let the journey begin.
This message is powered by Prince Ewemade Concourse, PROGCSDN.
Welcome back. You guys have heard that message. The need to vote. The need to vote. Because we cannot change the system if we abstain from the voting process. If we abstain from the voting process, the election will go awry and the wrong people will get into government. Let me show you a quick video of what will happen if we don't participate in the voting process. Just shorten that video. You see that? So if you don't come out in large number to come and vote, people are going to vote, and they were going to use your machineries, and they will vote in excess. You see what was going on in that video? They were just thumbprinting, and they will cast that vote. Some of those were supposed to be counted as invalid, but guess what? They will still count it invalid. And someone that is not supposed to be in the leadership position will get into office, and we'll keep going into this vicious cycles of bad, failed leadership. That's why you come out in large numbers. If you come out in large numbers, you watch your vote. If such things are happening, you make sure you put it to a stop. But do you see anyone there that is putting that to a stop? No, because there's few people out there in that polling booth. Everybody in that polling booth is there as a machinery of a corrupt politician. But if you that is fighting for something, that have something to protect, if you're there, you're not a machinery of the corrupt politician, you're there to protect your vote, such will not happen. That's why we are calling on 100 million votes come 2023. We've been having, last election, we'll have about 28 million votes. For the whole Nigeria, a population of over 200 million, only 28 million people voted. And the previous election, about 20-something million. We'll always have less than 30 million voters every election cycle. Can we change the status quo? Yes, we can. We can change that. That is why GCSDN is calling upon to change this status quo as we forge ahead to build a better nation, a better country of our dream. Okay, let's get back to our show, which is Nigerian Constitution, Know Your Rights, And the specific topic for this week is, can any Nigerian be arrested for a civil matter? We have defined a civil matter as a dispute between people, example, dispute between the landlord and the tenant, dispute between a brother and a sister, dispute between someone that signed a contract and the other person breached the contract. And so you cannot arrest someone because they breached your contract. The police, you cannot call the police, come and arrest someone because they breached your contract. The landlord cannot call the police, arrest you because they didn't pay your rent. Or you calling someone to calling the police to arrest someone because you are dragging land with them. This kind of civil dispute. My brother Jude answered that question perfectly well, and I asked him if he's been doing a great thing educating us in this into this topic. I'll have one more question for you because we only have a few more minutes to end the show. So one question before we end the show. You've answered beautifully. So maybe you give another beautiful answer of what do you think we can do to get Nigerians to start fighting for their rights? You've mentioned the reasons why they're not fighting for their right. So what do you think we can do to help them fight for their right, to get them to start fighting for their right?
Yeah, a lot of things that we can do on both individually and as groups. First of all, we as individuals need to reorientate our minds, get across to anybody we can reach out to, sensitize them, let them educate them, let us begin to raise the level of awareness. Secondly, the media has to engage in information dissemination, investigative journalism, where somebody's right is being trampled upon by these senseless acts of police arresting people for civil offenses. They can conduct a thorough investigation on such cases as journalists and report, such cases, so that when these things are being properly beamed out to the masses, people will get more of the awareness that this is a wrong act by any police officer to engage in, and they now begin to own this, fight against injustice on the part of the police officers that arrest people for flimsy excuses, probably because somebody has bought them over, So these are the things we need to do: sensitize people around us. The media should engage in investigative journalism, investigating instances of police excesses in these areas. I think these are the major things we need to do.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much for that wonderful response. So we need to sensitize, we need to sensitize the public, and that is what GCSDN is doing with this weekly show. But this is not enough. This is not enough. That's why I'll call upon, if you're listening to this show today, if you're listening to this segment today, please do more as a Nigerian, do more as a citizen. Educate. You've learned something from this show today. You know now that a police officer cannot arrest you because your landlord called him to come and arrest you. The police officer is not supposed to come there in the first place. The police officer should tell the landlord, no, I am not going to arrest someone because they haven't paid your rent. That's not according to the criminal code or the constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I'm not going to do that. The police officer is supposed to do that. But if the police officer failed to do that and came to arrest you, you are supposed to fight back and tell the police officer, you're not doing your job right. You're not supposed to do what you're doing. You're not supposed to arrest me. So you pass that message to someone so that someone will be educated the same way you get educated today, and so that the more and the more people know they are right, the more they can fight their right more boldly, more confidently. And as my brother said, journalism. So the media have a role to play. The mainstream media have a role to play. They also to pursue programs like this that the GCSDN is doing, to disseminate this information, to make sure people are aware of their right, so that they can fight for their right. Because the mainstream media have more viewership than this, so they are at much more better position to educate the public. So that is why journalism need to up their game in that regard, to educate the populace, so that the populace should know better and do better. So I have one more video to play before we round up the show for today. Taking a quick break.
See the bridge. We collapse here. Bike they follow here pass. Then motor they follow this other side pass. Then see the hill. See the hill up. This one to the hill up, no get problem at all. Nothing can just come down.
Welcome back, welcome back. That video you just watched, I showed it for the first time on their channel last Tuesday, and I'm showing it again. And I'll keep showing it every Tuesday until it gets the attention, until you help me share it so that you can get the attention of the new governor of Anambra State, Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, so that I can do something about that. And the community, that bridge happened, collapsed in my community, in my village, and has been neglected by the past administration. My community have sent a proposal, 2 proposals to the past administration, and it was rejected twice for no good reason. So we will send the proposal to this new administration of Charles Soludo, and hopefully he comes to our help, because we don't have any access road to join our brothers on the other side of the village. So hopefully the new administration do something. This is in Obofia ward of Uhehi village of Aglejuku in Agwata local government of Anambra State. So hopefully the new governor do something about it, then we'll thank him, because we know he's a good man. So please help me share that video, share, and keep sharing this program every Tuesday, and join us every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Nigerian time to 9:30 p.m. You guys have been wonderful guests today. Let me read the comments and see if there's any comment for us today. All right, they only have 1 comment. People, you guys need to be sending comments, more comments every day. Only by Rita Ingrid. Say hello and good evening, everyone in here. Nice to be here, really. It's nice to have you here, Rita. Nice to have you here. And keep coming back every Tuesday, and more people to come by and participate in the show, ask questions, join the conversation, because this is going to be conversational. We want to talk. Let's talk as brothers and sisters. Let's talk as Nigerians and learn how to defend yourself, how to defend your right, and how to live freely as a Nigerian. Thank you once again, my brother Jude, for joining me in this program. I think this have come to an end. People can always reach us at via email, GCSDN. That's the email there, and that's also our website, gcsdn.org. It's a Twitter account, so please reach us. Have questions, comments. We welcome someone will respond to you within 24 to 48 hours. And once again, support our project in our other community, more local government area of Kwara State, the water project, so that community can have decent drinking water. Thank you very much for your time. Share our program and join us every Tuesday. Any closing remark, my brother? What do you want to tell my fellow Nigerians before we go, Mr. Jude?
On this note, I want to implore every Nigerian to be on guard. The political terrain is very crafty. And at this point in time, the people are preparing for electionary campaign in the near future. Everybody must be very active and source information to be able to make informed decision when the time comes. We should always reach out and get information from the right sources so that we don't end up electing people who will not be able to meet the needs of the people, and also be active participant in the political affairs of the nation, so that you don't allow hoodlums and touts to be in charge of your hands of affairs. Thank you, and be wise.
Thank you once again, my brother. Thank you for that wonderful message to our brothers and sisters in Nigeria. And so be wise, brothers and sisters, be wise, and make sure your vote counts by voting 2023 to the right candidate. And keep joining us every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Nigerian time, as you learn about Nigerian constitution and your rights, right here on the channel, on GCSDN channel and other platform, because this is streaming on multiple platform, Facebook page, and also even my own personal YouTube channel. So subscribe to GCSDN channel, also subscribe to my channel, and keep sharing, and join us in the conversation and comment. Make sure you always comment and ask questions. Thank you very much for joining us today, and this is where I'll leave you.